Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, issue number 1. DC is having a really bad week. Not a whole lot of DC titles dropped this week. Not a lot of them were any good. This is the second worst comic book that I read this entire week. And to find out what the other, well, at least from DC Comics, this is the second worst DC title I read. To find out the first one, go and look through all the DC titles that happened this week. You'll find some fun stuff. In this issue, I couldn't even finish there were 3 stories in this. I didn't even finish the first one. I couldn't. I don't know who made the book. I don't care who made the book. I'm sorry. I'm not complaining about the art in the book. I'm complaining about just the stories themselves. Maybe the second and third story were good, but the first story was so terrible to me. I felt like it belonged in the Young Animals collection because those books don't make any sense to me. They're just silly, and I feel they all just belong someplace else, not in comic books that I typically buy. So I will not be buying issue number 2. It's funny, spoilers from this point on, okay? Spoilers for this book and the next 3 issues or so. They already have the solicits up for issue 3, where apparently Jimmy Olsen is going to get shot, but it's actually a clone of his that gets shot, and that doesn't even happen in this book. The very last panel of one of the stories, whatever, shows that, oh, Jimmy Olsen's been shot, and it's Jimmy Olsen watching the news to see that happened, and it's like, that's it. That's all that happens, and I just don't care. And you find out it's actually a duplicate anyway, and it's like the book just came out and we already know what happens in the first 3 issues because of the way that the solicits were presented last month. This is terrible. Look, the Lois Lane book, I highly recommend that. Strongly recommend that book. This thing, Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, I bought a book that I couldn't even finish the first story, and it was so bad I couldn't even bring myself to read the second 2 stories. So yeah, no, this is a travesty put together. Dude, they could have made a better Jimmy Olsen book. They could have made it. You telling me one of the oldest Golden Age characters in existence, and they couldn't have made a better Jimmy Olsen story? Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.